Hello.
Hi.
Episode 2 of whatever this is called.
Thing.
The podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The podcast.
The podcast. So it's been a week. So things happen in a week.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done in a week?
In a week. Let's see. I tried a 7-day vegan challenge.
How's that going?
Today was it was the end of it.
So that's over.
I mean, not to say it's completely over. I'd say it's. I'm gonna incorporate that more into my diet.
Okay, cool.
So it's just a little bit.
So you stay
easier.
vegan throughout?
I did completely.
Completely for the entire 7 days?
Yeah, even if it meant like not really eating too much.
Okay.
I just
we have a guest.
So tonight.
Yeah, it happens.
Sully, hey buddy. I'm gonna have to have you come backstage here.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's part of the show.
Alright. This is Sully. He's a Jack Russell Beagle Shih Tzu mix. He likes eating sticks and grass. Alright, go lay down.
That's why I stay away from Sully's mouth. I dislike stick and grass, unless it's that herb that I like. I've been producing comedy shows, having a lot of meetings, doing a lot of work, a lot of things, making lots of moves, aka sleeping less and doing more. So
the comedy show's been doing really well though.
Yeah, I actually had a great show last night. We had a packed house, and packed to the point that like it was standing room only. There were people literally standing up, because there were no more chairs. I'm getting text messages how rude of me. I should put in do not disturb like I just did, and yeah, I've been slowly becoming and building more important things around me, and it's been pretty awesome. With that said, I've been very tired. So I am going to... You what? So I am going to incorporate... One of the things that I definitely want to incorporate this week is more relax / playtime. Definitely put in there. I love the work that I do, but producing requires a lot of energy, a lot of stamina, and a lot of things to do. Plus I'm hosting, plus I'm doing comedy, plus I'm doing other people's shows. It's a lot of work. And I'm taking classes now. That's another thing I just started. I started taking a class of musical improv. I haven't done improv in years, but I want to finesse the skill of singing, and I want to learn more about the structure of songs, because I feel this is the year of the Puerto Rican, and right now even Puerto Rican music is popular now, like really massively worldwide popular type of thing, and I feel like I got a shot if I focus on it, and if I try. If I even try, I might. Who knows? I'm not saying I'm gonna be Justin Bieber, but I'm saying I can get like a decent fan base that likes my stuff, and like I can just put little pop-up concerts or something like that, and that would be cool.
It sounds like a great market to start in.
Oh yeah, of course. And yeah, if it's Spanish, I'm down. English, I gotta practice a lot.
Singing-wise?
Yeah, like rhyming and stuff.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Like I can freestyle in Spanish all day. I just need to like keep practicing and stuff. But like in English, it's very hard for me. I can write, but even writing, I'm not super skilled. I gotta take like more classes and stuff. As far as like poetry and whatnot, because I haven't done it in such a while. I used to do it so much in high school, but then I stopped.
Oh yeah.
I used to write so much when I was younger. Now I barely write. I like to write on stage.
Do you have a preference of writing on paper versus computer?
Yeah, paper.
Yeah,
300%. Like computer, I don't know. I just don't feel. I don't know. There's something about just old school way of like writing on paper that's so much better. But like writing on, I mean, even on the phone, it's better than the computer. Like I'll like sit down on the computer to like write something creative. Unless I'm writing a script, which I've done it like in the past, but I haven't done it in such a long time too. Like I wouldn't write on the computer. Comedy, even sketches. Sometimes I just write them by hand.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I like doing that. I just like visually putting stuff in different places, and the computer is so like structured. Like you have to just write down like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, you feel like you have to be perfect right off the bat because it's like it's on the screen. It's
yeah. So only pilots and things like that. That's what I like to like write on the computer.
I love the mobility of a computer and the idea behind having that flexibility with whatever you make. But I mean, unless you've got a tablet, you can't really do it that way. But even with a tablet, you don't really get that like texture feel when you're moving it across paper or something. I don't know what it is about writing. I'm sure they've figured it out, but it'd be cool one day to. Oh, I think they do have a pen like that. It's like a notepad, and you write in the paper.
Yeah, I'm sure they got like tablets like that at this point. Like even Apple had like some magic thing that you can get with the new iPad or whatever. But I never use those because I'm not one of those people who's gonna waste a bunch of money on one tablet. I would rather just get a notebook. It's cheaper. And if I lose a notebook, I can get another one. You know. Right now, I'm a little pissed off just because I didn't bring my little notebook. I always carry at least a little notebook in my, in my pocket. So if I come up with an idea or something, I can just write it out.
Well, got a pad here.
I know. I mean, that one's down. This one's bigger. This one doesn't fit in my pocket. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Maybe if you no. Yeah.
But yeah, what's up with your week? What else have you learned this week?
This week, it's been a long week because I've been readjusting to my new situation here with the room. So it's just been a lot of clearing out of old stuff and moving the stuff I'm keeping into like the right spots, making it all feng shui balanced. Besides that, just I don't know, just clearing mental space, I guess. Trying to get those juicy ideas out from the depths and into the, tip of the iceberg.
What has been stopping the juicy ideas to fruition?
My own thoughts, really.
Like what? Is there anything you want to share?
Oh, are you? Well,
just whatever you want to share. I know we talk behind cameras, but like,
we do.
If there's anything you want to share, this is the moment for it.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess it can be a little more descriptive, at least. It's mainly just getting over just past things that you might be missing, feel still attached to, or having trouble dealing with something that happened and trying to like change your current beliefs of things. It's just to let go, but it's hard to do it. So I'm in that wavy phase where it's my thinking is really moving a lot, since it's just you get older, you learn a lot more stuff about yourself.
And when it comes to attachment issues, this is something a little bit more separate from situation, but like I personally have dealt a lot with attachment issues when it comes to relationships, because when I was younger, I had an abandonment issue, because I was a person that I couldn't be alone. I hated that, or like I was afraid of the dark, and I had so many insecurities. And I learned that I would leech on to relationships and I wouldn't like to let go because I had abandonment issues. But once I learned about all those things about my life and gave myself the opportunity to like truly let go and just rediscover who I was and everything, that's when I started just building the things that I'm building. That's the reason I'm doing shows now. That's the reason I'm having all these different meetings and all these things that I do. has been mainly because I learned to detach myself from other people's things. Because another thing that happens when you attach yourself to a situation, to a person, whatever it is, the situation, is that not only do you give up certain things because you're now joining another person, but you take on that other person's things. And because of that, you kind of lose yourself in a way. And you have to go through that process of detachment and like letting go in order to rediscover who you are and what are these new things that you're into. Because even the things that you might be into 5, 10 years ago might not be the same things you're into today. You know, you evolve as a person all the time. So you have to constantly kind of play that game. Whether you are in a relationship, whether you're not, whether you have a roommate, whether you're not, whatever is the situation, you always have to allow yourself the time to have solitude or at least have a moment for yourself to know even why are you doing the things that you're doing. One thing that a teacher that I think of to this day that taught me in high school, one of the best teachers I ever had, is like always question everything. Question everything, every single thing. Why do you do the things that you do? Why am I doing this podcast right now? Why are you even watching me right now? Like, why? Question literally every single move. Why do you eat this specific food that you eat? Why, when you wake up, you spend the day the way you spend it? Like, question every single move that you do and every day, and you live a better life. Because then you start self analyzing the things that you do and the things that are preventing you from all those other doors to actually open up for you. And like the moment you start doing those things, the moment you realize that you're literally creating your day and the things that happen to you, not only now, but in the future, constantly, every day. And yeah, that's why detachment is great. Because you learn to rediscover yourself over and over again in many, 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 many different ways. So do that, people.
That's really good advice. It's something I used to use that was really good for me, but you just kind of forget these little tips you give yourself sometimes, and it's nice to remember those ones that you're like, oh man, that really did help me a lot, because if you're feeling negative about something that's going on, you can really turn it around if you can catch it at the right point, question it. It's cool. Yeah.
So what's up, Christina? Let it be. Tell us about The Rock.
About The Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock. Let it be. I got this little rock from a cool little bookstore down here in Old Town, Pasadena. And it says, let it be, if you can't see. It's mainly to just remind me to just let go of things when I can't control the circumstances, regardless of how they make me feel. And in that way, it empowers me to, not feel so responsible for everything that's going on inside, I guess. And I like having these little like physical reminders, like different little stones that are just like, different type of crystal or something. Just having like something that reminds you of something. Like in high school, I used to like put some kind of a mark with a marker on my hand just to kind of remind me of like to stay positive or something or whatever, just to have a visual cue, because you get caught in your thoughts and you just forget what you're focusing on sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
You can only do so much.
You can. And you can truly do even more the moment that you let other people's be. Because again, going back to the whole detachment thing, sometimes we get into situations with people that we truly love and we truly care about, but they're heading into different directions. And you have to let it be, because maybe the direction you're going, well, definitely the direction you're going, is going to be more beneficial for you than like having another person that's going a different direction drag you along. So you got to let it be with everything. Let everything be. So if you're in a situation where they're like, I don't know, something happened to your life, like someone came in and then they left, like in my situation, or like someone, like other people are just coming in and then you're the one leaving. Like whatever it is in that situation that happens, you got to let everything be. Because in every situation that you're in, you're only there for a brief amount of time. Like I literally look back at all the jobs I had and all the opportunities I have. We both, Christina and myself, went to Gainesville. We have that in common. And I remember I worked in a movie theater in Gainesville. I worked in a restaurant in Gainesville. I have so many friends. I have so many things happen. I was so cross-faded over there that I really can't believe that I never got stopped and got on a DUI out there, because I was really, really messed up back in those days, my early college days. And still, like, I look back at all those situations and all those moments, and yeah, I could be mad at myself. I could say like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I should have done more of this. Man, now with the knowledge that I got, I should have done this better or whatever. But you gotta let all that stuff be. Because at the end of the day, all those things, all those building blocks, all the dumb things you did in the past, and the smart things you did in the past, and the people that betrayed you, and the people that blocked you off social media, and all the things that happened to you brought you to this point that you are right now. And if you're not proud of who you are right now, then let me tell you, you can change it. But if you're proud of who you are, like I am myself, and I hope Christina is too about herself, then you should be proud of whatever it is that happened in the past, because at the end of the day, all that contributed into being the person you are today. And at the end of the day, at least myself, I am very, very, very happy with myself. Yes, do I have bigger goals, bigger desires, and bigger things that I want? Yeah, of course. But am I satisfied with the way I'm living? Am I grateful for every single thing that I have? Am I grateful to be living this life? Yes, every single day. And yeah, that's how you should be living your life too.
I know.
I know, you're like, I got nothing to say. I just agree.
You put me on the spotlight.
Trying to get windows to see if you feel, if you fill it in, but so you're like, yeah. I mean, Steve, keep talking, Steve.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about?
Well, well, one thing I've had on my mind pretty much for a long time, quite a bit, has been doing content for myself. And
You've been doing some of it.
I have, and I'm proud of myself for getting that far too. I usually end up at a point where I'm trying to figure out what to do next, and it's like this unsure period. I'm just sometimes I get good speed and then I kind of lose traction right after, and there's just like that gap. I'm trying to close that gap a little more. So yeah, just trying to push my
I mean, you just close it by doing it. I personally like what works for me. Again, what works for me might not work for you.
Yeah.
But this is what works for me. What works for me is putting deadlines. I'm like, and I always 10x everything. So if I'm thinking, okay, I can do one a week or whatever, like I don't do that. I go like, I'm gonna do what do I think is crazy right now? Because the crazier the number, even if I don't hit the number, I mean, when I'm thinking about a crazy number, I'm really thinking I'm gonna try to hit this number. Like that's my mentality, because I'm a go-getter. But even if I don't hit the number, I don't get pissed off on myself. That's what I learned to let go. Because before I was a person that was like, I want this crazy number, and if I don't get that crazy number, I'm gonna be completely miserable. And that's how I used to be before. That was why I became obsessed with being a millionaire at one point and all this stuff. And now I'm like, I'll be that. Like that's gonna happen. Money flows. There's so much money in this world for everybody to have $1 billion in their pocket right now. So when I think with that mentality, like I am completely abundant in every single way. And right now I'm very abundant. I'm not a millionaire, but I know someday I will. Whatever that is, whatever. Like I don't care. I'm not even obsessed with that no more. But like before, I used to be like that. I let that go, and once I did, I just started like seeing so much of a difference in my life, but I still keep the initiative of like putting a crazy number, especially if I feel like I'm underperforming. For example, if I've been wanting to put a video out there and I'm like, I'm gonna put it this week and I don't do it, and then the second week and I don't do it, and then the third week and I don't do it, I go like, this week I'm putting out 10 videos. I'm gonna put out 10 videos. And like I try to hit it, and even if I hit 5 or 7, it was more than like what I intended in the beginning. And that says a motion, that says a momentum towards more video making and more doing that. Because the hard part is always starting. The hard part is just moving the rock a little forward. Like when I started going to the gym, I could barely lift anything. Because I was so sore, I was so out of shape, I couldn't do anything. Right. Now, like, I get on that squat machine, I put the big plates, the 45s, and I put like 15 more, and I'm doing that like it's nothing. And people look at me like, what this skinny guy's doing? Like, people bigger than me. Yesterday, I saw a lady, kid you not, that lady was bigger than any guy in that room. Like, she was jacked. And she looked at me just doing like the squats in it, and she's like, you go. And like, and I feel like a champ now because those little things, honestly, like going to the gym is one of the most humbling things to me, because that's when I see that little progresses lead you to a bigger thing. And like squatting is like I always have 5 and 5 and 5, 5, 5, 5, and I see myself just lifting so much eventually. Just by adding a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And that's what you should do even in life and work and whatever, in video making. If you're not being productive, go like, I'm going to go and lift 5. I'm going to go in and do 5 videos tonight. Even if they're crappy, even if they suck, even if I don't publish them ever. Even if I publish them and then I delete them the hour I published them because I didn't like them, I still did it. And that's what it is. Some people don't even get started. You know how many people years way after I started doing YouTube, now want to do YouTube? And they were telling me that I was crazy, then what the heck am I doing? And now they're establishing brands on YouTube. And I told them about this years ago, and they saw me do it years ago.
Yeah, I'm part of that generation that saw YouTube growing up from the baby. I had a channel, like my first channel was probably like 2007-ish or 2005, and it's just crazy. I keep thinking like I was doing this, but I wasn't even uploading it to anything. It was just for fun, and if I had friends over, I'd just show it to them and torture them, make them watch it even if they didn't like it. But if I kept doing that online, it wouldn't have been so torturous by now, and who knows? Not that I'm holding on to that or anything, but it's just a fun fact and encouraging.
Yeah,
actually.
but it's never late to start. Like regardless,
I could do that now. There's no reason I can't.
The best time to plant a tree was 10,000 years ago. The second best time is now. Like same with that quote. Like it's the same thing with everything. Like you can think of like, oh, I should have done that. I should have done this. I should. That's why when I look back, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm happy with whatever happened. Because, like, what I can control now is the now. Is what I got now, what I'm living now, the moment that is now. Because that's all I have is now. Tomorrow is never promised. So what can I do now? Am I going to sit, procrastinate, think about a bunch of shit, think about past relationships that happened to me, think about traumas that don't matter? Everything that happened to me is a memory. It still lives in the head. It's not real. Even if you go back to the situation, back to that time, those people are not even there, or they're not in the same mentality, or they're doing something different. Like, life happens, things change, people move on, and they forget. And the thing that I've learned most about everything in life is that the majority of human beings don't give a fuck about what you do. Like, straight up. Like, they don't care. They don't care. We live in high school, people are, like, obsessed about other people's lives and stuff like that. But, like, after that, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, people don't care about what you do. That's why for a young age, I'm like, regardless, when I graduate, they're not even going to care about what I'm doing. That's why I started doing crazy YouTube videos. And it led me to what I'm doing now, which is producing live comedy shows. I still do some video stuff. And et cetera, whatever comes years to come, And I have a clear aim of what the things that I want to do. I have a clear goal of a bunch of different things that I want to do. And I want to make everything happen, everything possible. And slowly but surely, things are actually happening. But it's because I'm focused on it. I believe in myself more than anybody, because nobody's going to believe more than you in whatever that is. And if you don't have that belief, everything's going to crumble. You have to believe in yourself 300%. And you have to go get it. You have to fucking take action. You have to move the needle a little bit. Even if today you said, I want to write a whole pilot, and you just wrote a sentence. You wrote a sentence. Tomorrow write 2. The next day write 4. The other write 8. The other one write 16. Like, and it, momentum. I want to write a book someday. I haven't had time to sit down and do it, but I'm going to do it. And after I write that book, I'm going to write another book. Like, I'm going to do it. At some point.
Yeah, I believe a lot of the stuff you say is very true. I used to actually, I do, but like I actually suffer from depression quite a bit, so I have trouble like instilling that when I'm having that effect on myself. So that's kind of why I have these little physical reminders to kind of be an external element to bring me back out of my own space and stop doubting myself and, you know, thinking about those past things and those memories that just aren't really here right now. You know,
I say, like, when
those things work.
Yeah. And I'm a person I was suffering from depression as well. My mom had chronic depression growing up, and I developed that as well. And just by having that myself, again, work for me might not work for you, but it's just something that helped me. Whenever you're going through those motions, as I tell people, do 2 things. A, feel it, fully feel it. Not to the point that I'm going to kill myself, but like feel it. So just don't, even negative emotions are there to teach you something about yourself. What is the area, where's the hole that you have? Because you always have something. You have a hole, and you have that growing up, traumas, things happen, and you plug it up, whether it's with alcohol, drugs, a relationship, whatever it is, and that's the reason that you crave a relationship, or you crave a certain drug, or you crave something that kind of masks that pain that you're kind of hiding. And you have to hear what that is, because it's something you have to rediscover with yourself. And 2, do silly things. By silly things, is literally like put on headphones, listen to affirmations, go on a walk, and start laughing for no reason. Like, listen to music and dance a little bit. Like, literally do silly things like that, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna show you that there's always a loop in this life. You know, you're gonna feel sad. You're not gonna be happy all the time. You're gonna be sad at certain moments. You'll be happy at certain moments. Like, it's always a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. But at the end of the day, all the feelings and emotions and all those things are there to serve you, not to hurt you. You have to listen to them and see what is there to teach you to do. Because if you're unhappy, if you're sad, if you're depressed about something, it's because of something. So what is that? You have to analyze what is that. Some people go to therapy to develop all those things. Me, because I've been poor, I haven't had time to pay $200 an hour to a therapist. Yeah. I've been able to kind of self-therapy myself. And I also have the form of stand-up and like being live on stage. And I also use cameras to do this too, to vent about these things, which is good to do. And I've also have friends from time to time that has been grateful, so great to me that I can actually share these things.
Yeah, it's a creative outlet for those things to go.
Yeah. And all you have to do is like just let that stuff out. That's what I was telling Christina earlier today, is that even if you're going through a rough situation, other people are not going to know. Other people might guess. They might go like, oh my God, Christina's having it rough, or Steve is having it rough because of the body language, or I don't know what's going on. But they won't really know, because most people put masks on. And when you put a mask, people are not going to guess. You could be happy one day, and the next day you'll be like Robin Williams and killing yourself or something like that. And you're going to go like, they were happy a second ago. So you have to communicate these feelings that you're going through, even if they're bad or whatever it is. Like, communicate them. Because at the end of the day, even getting them off your chest is going to be 1,000 times better than you bottling that shit in. And like, you ended up hurting yourself or doing something dumb that it could have been easily fixed by you just letting it out and you breathing about it, maybe listening to some good advice. and then all of a sudden going like, oh, things are actually okay. It wasn't that big of a deal like I thought it was. So what I was saying, certain things that you're dealing with right now, just because you're in the moment and you don't have these solutions at the moment necessarily right now, you might think is the end of times or whatever it is. Meanwhile, we do live in the greatest time of all time. You literally can manifest and create whatever you want, no matter race, color, gender, sexuality. It doesn't matter who you are. And you're letting one little thing completely cloud your life. When 6 months down the road, that thing is not even gonna matter. You're literally gonna see, like, you're gonna even think about that at all, or even when you think about it, you're gonna be like, oh, that dumb thing, you know? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Whether it's a relationship, a problem, financially, whatever it is very minuscule. Think about the magnitude of the bigger problems in the world, or the larger things that even have happened in your life in the past, and then think about the one that you have right now, if there's something in your life that's happening. Like, it's not really that big of a deal, and you'll find the solution, if not today, tomorrow, or the day after. So
yeah, you're right.
The universe is there to help you, not to fuck you over. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I feel better about talking about it, at least. I
feel great too. And I think I'm good with the podcast at this point.
Yeah, and I think it's a pretty good round amount of time.
Yeah. I want to keep it ish. You know, this is pretty good. This is show quality.
Yeah, some of these look TV scary when you're looking through them. Like, what do I want to watch? I don't have time for that.
Yeah. It wasn't the first one. The first episode was like an hour, right?
Yeah. A little more.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it like around 25 to 40 minutes. Not too long, not too short-ish.
Yeah, we're still finding our roots here.
Yeah, we're still trying to come up with a name, but we set deadline Sunday, right?
This Sunday, which will be...
Sunday noon. It's the deadline. We're going to have a name for this.
24th.
We're going to have a name for the podcast. We're going to have a name for the channel. We're going to have a name. Well, by the time you watch this, you'll know everything.
Yeah,
you'll
be
like, why are you saying this if we already know? But, like, this is pre-everything.
Should we mention anything for everybody before we cut it off?
No, I just want to plug a couple things that have nothing to do with this production company. But I do have 2 comedy shows I'm producing, if you're in LA ever. Tuesdays is at Skiptown Playhouse. It's called Nobody Sober Stand-Up Comedy. Every Tuesday night there, east of Hollywood in Koreatown area. Is 7:30 doors, 8 p.m. show. It's like a 2-hour comedy / improv show. Stand-up comedy and improv, and super fun.
It's fun. It's very
super fun. Small theater, really fun time. And then I'm starting, which tonight is the premiere night, of Murder the Mic Night. I'm extremely excited about that. It's comedy, it's music, open mic too in the beginning. Super fun show. I'm mainly going to be hosting. I'm not really going to be doing comedy, especially the first night, because I want to make it more about the artists that are coming, our guests, than me or anybody else. And it should be super fun. Club Bahia, Echo Park, same time, like 7 p.m. doors, 8 p.m. show, the book show. A lot of fun. Social media, everything Steve Des TV for me. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, and I'm on YouTube. You can find me at YouTube/Skapatic, SKAPATIC, or just search my name, Christina Cropper, and you'll find me there. Also Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram is probably a really good one to follow me on because I'm mostly active doing photos and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last thing I just remembered. Stop the Bleeding Season 8 is out. So just search on YouTube right now, like Stop the Bleeding, and put Believe Limited or put Season 8 or whatever, and you'll find it. The episodes are super fun. There's already like a couple episodes out. There's at least like 4 episodes out. I don't even know when these videos are going to come out, but like by the time you probably watch this, probably all the episodes of the season might be even out.
Is the whole first season also on YouTube?
Yeah, you can see you can see every season there. Like, it's on YouTube and on Facebook.
That's cool. I want to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. And especially, if you want, you can watch season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But from season 6 to up, is lit because I'm in it. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm in season 6, season 7, and now season 8 is coming out. So I'm super excited about it. Super fun.
Look at you.
We're growing. It's really awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right, more to come, guys.
Thanks
for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Peace to the Middle East.
Yes, to the West. Get some rest. I made that up yesterday.
Cut it.